let's turn our attention to the huge match tonight at Wembley and talk to Spanish football journalist Guillem Balaguer and Italian football journalist Mina Rzouki. Mina, how good are Italy, and do you think that they're the ones who are going to face England in the final? I know I'm slightly preempting tomorrow's results.
Well, I think absolutely they will be the team, or at least they should be the team to come out of this. I'm sure that Guillem is going to disagree with me, but I often come and speak about Italian football, and I talk about them winning, and I talk about their amazing defense, and I talk about that mentality. But for the first time in a really long time, I feel, perhaps since Euro 2012, I'm coming on to talk about the beauty of Italy, the beauty, the fluidity of their attacking play, the fact that perhaps in this tournament, they've become everyone's favourite, not because they are defending and because they're astute at the back, but because they're fun to watch, because they have a certain energy, because they're well dressed, because they are sort of the darling of Italy right now and pretty much the darling of the neutral because of their style of play.
So Guillem, in the most elegant and polished way, she's basically saying that Spain's going to be stuffed.
Yeah, and Mina's probably right. That's what's about to happen. We're just happy to be here. I mean, we're showing to the world what's the way not to get to the semi-finals. Draw the first two games, miss two penalties in the group stage, concede a goal from a pass from your own player because the goalkeeper is not looking at the ball. Everything that has to go wrong has gone wrong. You're 3-1 up against Croatia in the last 10 minutes of the game. You concede 2 goals and you have to win later on. So it's we're not prepared to this. The Spanish Federation, as they admitted themselves, this was a group to do well in the World Cup. So we're in the semi-finals. We had a lot of fun, emotional roller coaster. Italy, you can have it. It's been great so far.
What honesty. What extra... I mean, you'd never get the British football pundit talking like that. That is extraordinary. Of course, I'd forgotten it was your goalkeeper, wasn't it? It was a back pass, wasn't it? Just a little slow back pass, and he just let it past him and it went into the goal. What was he thinking?
Well, he could have used excuses. We would have been happy if he had, but he said, no, it wasn't the sun. He started thinking of the next step before he actually did what he had to do, which was to control the ball. But yes, it has been a difficult tournament for Spain because of that. There was the fact that, you know, Sergio Ramos, the captain of Real Madrid, he wasn't called up. In fact, there are no Real Madrid players. The pitch in La Cartuja in Sevilla wasn't great. The fans would... Morata, I didn't tell you. Actually, we had a goal scorer that doesn't score too many goals, and we have defenders that don't defend very well. And we're in the semi-finals. Hey, it's been great.
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly. Look, if all of that can happen and you get to the semi-finals, I mean, imagine what it's going to be like if actually Spain win it. I'm going to look forward to talking to you after that particular victory, if that happens. Meanwhile, Mina, I just want to talk... This is an incredible Italy team. They have a 32-match unbeaten run behind them. I mean, this is is that an outstanding record for Italy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they broke their own records, which was in the 1930s. And this is, you have to remember, this Italian side didn't even qualify for the World Cup. At the time, the headlines ran Fine, which was, you know, it was the end of Italian football. This was a nation that had won the World Cup 4 times, a nation with a huge footballing history and tradition. And they didn't qualify for the World Cup. And there just seemed to be no hope. Where were the young players going to come from? Where was it going to be exciting? And then Roberto Mancini obviously came in. He gave 35 players their debuts. He believed in young stars, called up different players, and tried to play a fluid football. There was a cultural shift in 2010. They tried to be a team that wanted to attack the play more, to attack the ball more, because it is always defensive. And there was a cultural shift in 2010, but now we are seeing the fruits of that labor, the result of how much they have tried to move forward in that modern approach. And that's why I think this is a huge difference for Italy.
So if they are that good, and you're right, it's a remarkable team, a formidable team, why are England the bookies' favourites over Italy?
Well, shall we ask Darren Lewis that? Because he's waiting in the wings to talk to us about... Because, of course, tonight's match, hugely important for England, but not quite as important as tomorrow night's match, Darren.
Well, no, tomorrow night's match, very, very important because we in this country, we do have a culture of maybe saying, well, it's only Denmark, it's only Ukraine. And yet, Denmark, one of only two teams to beat England at Wembley in their last 27 matches. So I don't think we can be complacent in any way, shape or form about the Danes. And each of the other two teams in the first semi-final, they're very strong too. As Guillaume and Mina have both been saying, they've both won the tournament before. We've never won the European Championship. Spain, in fact, were one of the world's best teams in 2008, 2012 when they won the European Championship. That's what we're up against. But we're in good form. Harry Maguire in today's the Daily Mirror, the headline on the back page is "It's wow or never." And he's saying that for some of England's players, this chance might never come again. He's 28 later this month. He's come alive at this tournament at just the right time with 3 goals in his last two games. But the interesting thing is that there are so many good players in this England side, not least Raheem Sterling, whose performances, I think even Harry Kane and all of us would agree, have been outstanding during this tournament. In fact, he's been the inspiration when things haven't gone so well for us. And he set up the first England goal on Saturday on the way to beating Ukraine.
Shall we get a prediction for tonight, Darren?
Italy have only conceded twice in 12 games. They've won all of them. I can't see Spain, who waste a lot of chances in front of goal, beating them. I think Italy will win.
Can I just repeat the question that I put to Mina, and then we rightly brought you in? Why do you think, if Italy is such a formidable team, that the bookies are putting England as the favourites to win?
Because England have home advantage. They're very strong at home. Yeah. They've got all of their fans in the stadium as well. The team are playing very well. They've scored more goals in each of their last few matches, as Sean's been saying a bit earlier. I think that's the reason why the bookies think England will win.
And they haven't conceded a goal either, of course.
That's true. So, Darren, scoreline tonight?
Oh, I think it will be very tight, possibly even penalties. I think it will be 1-1 and then go to penalties.
OK. And Mina?
I'd be amazed if any Italian football journalist gave you a scoreline. We're too superstitious, sorry. I'll just say an Italy win.
Oh, you're like us then. You just like us.
Well, I hope this reverse psychology I've used this morning works and we win 3-1.
That's what it was all about.
And Greg, what about you? Give us a prediction for tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, Italy to win 2-1. So Italy's going to make the finals, and England is going to win 1-0. They haven't conceded a goal. They're not going to concede a goal, and they're going to come to the finals, and it's coming home.
Woohoo! Lovely to see you all. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. You can watch England versus Denmark tomorrow from 6:30 here on ITV.
Oh, what a feast that's going to be.